Hey yogis, and welcome back to Yoga with Brittany. This class is called Evening Routine. So this is a quick moon salutation, which is designed to slow the body down, cool the body down, and get you ready for a good night of rest. So if you have something comfy and cozy, go ahead and slip into that, grab some water. Blocks can be used in this practice. I will not be using them. But if you have them and you know that you need them because you are tighter in the legs for an Anjaneyasana or anything of the like, go ahead and grab those now. If you are ready, I will meet you right here on your mat. So before we head into our moon salutation, we are going to start in a child's pose. So when you sink into your child's pose, you can start by taking your knees about mat's width distance, untucking the toes, reaching your arms long out in front of you, and then sinking your hips to your heels, allowing your forehead to come to the mat. If this is too much on your low back, by all means, drag the knees a little bit closer together. You can also use a block under your forehead here. So we're just going to come into this child's pose to tune in. Checking in with the body, noticing if you're holding on to any tension anywhere. If the back or the neck feels a little tight today. Maybe the hips and the legs feel a little tight today. Just notice what you notice. And begin to send your breath into those areas, visualizing space. Slowing the breath down to in turn slow the body and the mind down. And then we'll take 3 rounds of breath together, breathing in through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Open mouth exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Sigh it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Slow, long exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good work. Go ahead and roll forward to your tabletop. We're just going to take 3 rounds of cow and cat because it is so good for the spine. I'm going to tuck my toes tonight. You can start with yours untucked if you would like. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round through the spine, untuck the toes, cat pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Just heading into that vinyasa-like state right away. One more time, inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. So from here, we're going to come to standing on your feet. So when you're ready, make your way to the center of your mat. You can face me so that you can easily see. And we're going to take both arms up overhead. And then exhale into a 5-pointed position. So widen the stance just a tad. Arms are spread out long. You can open them up just a little bit and feel that spreading across the chest. Feel the back of the body reaching up so crown of your head extends long. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to step your right foot in. Bring both arms overhead. Grab a hold of your left wrist. Lift up and out of the waist. Stretch over to the right, pressing the hips to the left. And then maybe you take your gaze up under that left arm. Pull the left shoulder down the back. Breathe in, dip a little further, and then put the body on straight. Exhale. Good work. Inhale to reach up, flip your grip, grab a hold of the right wrist, stretch up and over to the left. Hips will press to the right. Pull the right shoulder back. Breathe in. Exhale, put the body on straight. Good work. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, we're going to step that right foot back out to where it was. Turn the toes out, heels in, and sink into a goddess squat. So sink the hips low, pull the tail back underneath you, and then go ahead and cactus out the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Start to straighten into the legs. Turn your right toes out, and then left foot is going to come parallel with the mat. So heading into triangle pose, right toes will face the right side of the room. Bump the hips to the left side of the room. Reach, reach, reach forward, and then drop your right hand to the shin or to the mat as you peel this left arm high. We're coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So draw your hips and your tail back towards that left heel, keeping the hips tucked underneath you. You can take your gaze down, or if you're feeling good with your balance, take your gaze up towards that left thumb. Pull the left shoulder back to open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more breath in. Left hand's going to close down like a book, and then right hand's going to come to the outer right side of the right foot. Turn all the toes to face the short edge of the mat, heading into a pyramid pose. So if the ground is really far from you, this is where your blocks can come in handy. You can also lift this left heel to come into a modified pyramid. Take your right hip back a tad to square off the hips, bump the heart over the right toes, and begin to fold any amount. So we're in a pyramid. My belly's in the way just a little bit, but we're folding here, as you can imagine, reaching the crown of the head down. Inhale. Exhale. Good work. One more inhale. On the exhale, we're going to slowly start to lower the left knee to the mat. So we're heading into a low lunge. So if you need to bump the left knee back and the left foot back, by all means. Stacking your right knee over your right ankle. Untuck the toes of the left foot and start hugging the inner thighs together. Bring both arms up, Anjaneyasana. Shoulders melt down the back. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Reach up. One more breath in. On the exhale, begin to take your hands to heart center. Our next destination is a Skandasana on the right side. So take your hands down. Start shifting your way over to this right side. Turn your right toes towards the long edge of your mat. Left toes will reach towards the ceiling. And you can keep your hands right here for your Skandasana. If you would like to take one or both hands to heart center and challenge the balance a tad, do so. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, take both hands to the mat. We're going to shift our hips towards the center. Now walk your feet in just about a little bit wider than hips width distance. Turn the toes out and the heels in. Sink the hips down to Malasana. So if you need to wiggle left and right to sink into the hips here, do so. But we're going to settle with your hips under you, hands at heart center, and elbows will be pressing the knees away. If you have your block and you want to come to a seat on a block or a pillow or a bolster, you can do so. But we're going to breathe deep into the belly. Exhale. Remember, we're just slowing the mind and body down. Let it go. One more belly breath in. Sigh it out. So good. Take your hands to the mat. Lift the hips. Widen the stance once more. Your left toes will face the long edge of the mat. Your hips will start to sink towards that left heel. Your right foot peels towards the ceiling. You are at a Skandasana now on the left side. Bringing your hands to heart center, breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale, you'll release your hands to the mat. Turn your toes to the short edge of your mat, the back edge of your mat at this point. Drop your right knee, untuck the toes, hug the inner thighs. Sweep the arms forward, Anjaneyasana. Your left leg should be forward, right toes are back. Draw the shoulders down the back, lift the chin, open through the chest. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in. Begin to tuck the left toes. Bring your hands to the mat to help with your balance. Go ahead and lift your right knee and then walk that right foot forward any amount. We're coming into pyramid pose, left side. So if you want to come lifted onto your right heel, squaring off the hips by pulling that left hip back, bump the heart over the left toes, and fold. Inhale. Exhale. Good, one more breath in. One more breath out. Good work. Go ahead and spin your right foot flat. So your right foot will be parallel to the short edge of the mat. Left hand is going to come either to the inner left arch of the foot or to the inner left, or to the left shin, Right arm's going to open up to the right side of the room, Trikonasana, left side. So triangle pose, whatever variation you took on the right, we'll take on the left. Keep the hips tucked under you, reaching towards that right heel. Breathe in and breathe out. Good work. Go ahead and tee up both arms. Turn all your toes out, heels in. Goddess squat, sink the hips, cactus arm. Inhale. Exhale. Good, come to standing, 5-pointed star. Turn your toes forward, open up through the chest. On the exhale, step your left foot in. Both arms reach high. Lift up out of the waist, grab a hold of your left wrist, stretch up and over to the right. Half moon. Come back to center, flip your grip, lift up, pull the belly button in, up and over to the left, press the hips to the right. Half moon. Good work. Put the body on straight. Bring the hands to heart center. Close down the eyes. Breathe in. Let it go. So this is where I will leave you for this practice. I recommend, if you have time, to take a traditional Shavasana on your back in corpse pose. Another great variation is to lie on the back and take your legs up the wall. It is so good for restless leg syndrome and insomnia. So take either of those variations and go on about your evening. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.